I ain't signed that motherfucking contract. I ain't a bitch like you. I ain't going out like that, me.
Right now, y'all, the resonating frequency, the frequency of our planet, the frequency of our realm, the realm that's all connected together. All right, we're going to talk about that a little later, because all the lands are connected together. There's no body of water separating anything. All the lands connected together, but the frequency of our realm is vibrating so high that it's literally cracked the interface of this entire system. All right, the interface of this system has been cracked. All right, and it is bleeding profusely. I had to get that word right. All right, the system is bleeding, and it's at a point of no repair. There's nothing to repair this crack. All right, and this is something that these beings are afraid of. Right? The fact that they have nothing to repair the damage that has been done. The infrastructure that was created so many hundreds of years ago has been dissolved. Okay? Beings who, inorganic beings all over the realm, are dying. All right, and we know this. We know this for a fact. They're dying. They're getting to a place now, because me and a brother was talking tonight. They got into a place now where they feel like if they can mimic us, then they can get the energy that we have. You understand what I'm saying? They feel like if they can mimic us, if they can walk around with their hat tipped backwards, a hat tipped to the side, pants sagging, wear the clothes we wear, they feel like it's going to give them something that we have, but it's not so. All right, it's not so. And we have to understand that in a dying system, we're going to see these beings begin to do the things that they did in the past, because they need us to be in a state of fear. You must remember, like I told the sister earlier today that I was talking to she and her husband, and you must remember that the fight is not physical. All right, the fight is not physical. There's nothing physical. It's all spiritual, and this is why we have, like you got the cartoon, Avatar, you got the X-Men, those are the images or the templates that we must follow to begin pushing air, pushing energy, pushing frequencies, pushing vibrations from our bodies, because you have to remember that these bodies are literally the cosmos in the most physical form ever. These bodies are literally the cosmos. We have a soul. We have radioactive elements. We have that dragon frequency, that dragon energy, that dragon bloodline, which is that serpent bloodline. Is so much about us, and we have to understand that our awakening has caused so many different things to happen in this realm that mankind himself and his counterparts have never experienced. Not in this, in a sense that we're dealing with. This is something that they've never experienced before, and they know that a change is here. They know that there is an overwhelming amount of brothers and sisters who have awakened, just like Simeon Toko told them, and it's recorded. You might stop me now, But he says there's going to be a day that's going to come where there will be millions just like me, and you will not be able to stop anything. And this is this awakening. This is this awakening. This is this powerful awakening that we're having right now, that they're afraid of. They're afraid of this awakening. They're afraid of this energy. And it is us, the original beings, who've caused the resonating frequency, what they call the Schumann resonance. All right, they have to put their name on something. They have to try to show ownership of something, but it's not theirs. The frequency is not theirs to own. The sun is not theirs. The water, the wind, the land is not theirs to own. That's why they try to use pencil and paper to try to show forth, a show of force. That's all this is, just a show. But they know that the frequency is coming from our vessels. As we tap into this energy, as we tap into ourselves, the deeper we go ourselves, the deeper we link into the core of the planet, the deeper we link into the core of the cosmos, the deeper we link into the core of the universe, the deeper we link into the core of the galaxy, the deeper we link into the core of our star system alone. So we're linking in not only into ourselves, we're linking into the celestial as well, which is literally changing the frequency in this realm. We are the catalyst of this, and there's nothing that they can do to stop us. And many of us are at the point, we ready to make this shit happen. We ready to literally just make y'all pay. And we gonna push this energy from our bodies. You understand? We gonna push this energy from our bodies, and we're going to make y'all pay. We're going to make y'all understand who we really are. This is where we at right now. This is the mindset that we're at. This is where the energy begins to flow. This is where the frequencies begin to vibrate. And remember, we talked about that entropy. When you have something spinning, when you have something moving, and it creates its own frequency, and then as it begins to move faster from its own frequency, it's pulling frequency in from the outside, and the outside frequency is moving with the inside frequency. So therefore you have that entropy happening. So you're going into your state of meditation, and you're tapping into your most inner self, and the innermost part of you. You're tapping into this, and what's happening? You got ancestors, you got ancient beings of melanin giving you information. You got the planetary bodies linking into you, got the sun linking into you, got the moon, because you have shifted. And now what happens in the end result, you have raised the vibration of this realm, and this heat is called thermodynamics. Of course, mankind himself, these white folks will talk about, it's global warming. No, it's thermodynamics, because it's the original beings who have awakened. And we have shifted the frequency to a point where, of no return. All right? How many times have this stock market collapsed and they didn't want us to know it? And then they just reprogrammed the whole system to make everybody think that the money is still there. Come on now. This is deeper than what you can imagine. This is extremely deep. And we have to understand what is going on, brothers and sisters. The frequency has ripped a hole in this entire system. When they say the veil has been broken, the veil, which is that line of defense that they created for themselves, has been broken. And every being across the cosmos, across the galaxy, who have made war with the original beings of this realm shall pay. The karma is going to be on a completely different level. All right. So yeah, if you want to say it's a frequency war, you can say it's a frequency war. It's all spiritual. That's all it is. It's a spiritual frequency war that's taking place. And we literally are on top of this.
We have another palette of flavor, Bob.
Here. You understand that? So it's important that we understand that the frequency is extremely high, and the frequency has destroyed so much. All right, these inorganic beings are suffering all type of ailments, all type of problems, and you have brothers and sisters who are pulling away from pharmaceuticals, who are pulling away from the doctors, and they're going learning themselves. And let me tell you something: these inorganic beings are at the point where they're trying to they want to put us back in a state of fear that that our ancestors were in. We're not those ones to deal with, because we understand who we are. And we understand that we literally carry a level of power that's beyond beyond what you can ever imagine. And we're going to be literally pushing that energy from our vessels. All right. The resonating frequency, the frequencies has ripped a hole into this entire system, and we're watching it fall. All right. Y'all grow. Make yourself more powerful. Let's get this thing going. Catch you guys later. Much power to you all.
You got to know who you are. Okay. So I got 1, 2. So I'm going to show you the other videos we get through the presentation. Like I said, about 60% of people who watches this channel, they're not subscribed. So hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, you got 39 to 50 kids coming up missing in Virginia. They just put this publication out. They're not even putting out Amber Alerts. Now, this is where it gets crazy. Now, everybody heard, as far as like if you into some type of, UFOlogy and spiritual economics and things of that nature, and you tapped into historical context, everybody knows about Edgar Cayce. They call him the sleeping prophet. Now, there's a school in Virginia. Mind you, all these kids that came up missing were in Virginia. In his video, that was a different, geographical area. That was in D.C. But there's kids that's also missing in Virginia, about 39 to 50. All throughout the DMV area, a lot of those kids is coming up missing. Because I told you, this is Luciferian moon magic that's based on the coronation of kingship. So that's why Donald Trump, he had that ritual there to basically deploy the military against the American people. This is all ritualistic sacrifices. Now, mind you, this is the sleeping prophet, Edgar Cayce. Now, he has a school in Virginia, right? Now, this says the Association for Research and Enlightenment in Virginia. Then you got other places like the Division of Perceptual Studies. Then you got the Energy Medicine Center. These are all basically, centers and organizations being used to subjugate children who have spiritual gifts. This is why the great majority of all these kids that come up missing, a lot of them are being abducted because they come from an intrinsic bloodline. So this is the school right here, Edgar Cayce's R. This school is in, this organization, this facility is in Virginia. This facility is where kids who have metaphysical abilities, who's able to read mind, do psychometry, clairvoyance, all types of, metaphysical mental technology, mind science technology. And a lot of these kids that come up missing, they put these kids here, right? They put them inside these programs, right? To where they're basically, they don't exist no more, but that's because they're extracting the vitality of these individuals at this school where Edgar Cayce School, who was known as a sleeping prophet. And then it's called the Association for Research and Enlightenment, right? A school for children in Virginia. So don't be surprised. That's why I said it's not a coincidence that the great majority of the abductions is coming from the DMV area. And this school is in Virginia. Not a coincidence. Because like I said, the more we get through the Great Awakening period, you're going to understand that these metaphysical abilities is connected to certain intrinsic bloodlines. So if it's connected to a certain bloodline, that means that you have to abduct a certain demographic in order to be able to, get the resources from those individuals. Now, this is where we get into
celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. And if you are, you're making a mockery of it. Santa Claus has knocked Jesus out of the top spot. And the merchants who don't even believe in Jesus are busy selling you foolishness, making themselves rich and you poor for another year on the basis of a lie. And that's why they call it Xmas. Because you don't know who it is that you are worshiping. Where did you get this Christmas tree from? What does that have to do with Jesus Christ? And in all your churches, you have this big tree. Look at what Jeremiah the prophet said. It warns you not to follow the way of the heathens. For the heathens go in the forest and they cut down a tree. And they fasten it down and they deck it with silver and gold. Ain't that what you do?
Honestly, at this point, I don't even want to get rich to even be rich and live luxurious. I literally want to get rich so I can get the fuck out this country. I cannot stand it here anymore. Everything about this country makes my fucking stomach bubble the fuck up. Especially the fucking economy. I'm sick of it for everybody, but I'm really sick of it for myself too. Cause like, I'm just sick of everything just not being fucking affordable. I'm sick of this fucking rat race shit. Like, I don't even give a fuck about the American dream. Fuck American dream. I don't want no fucking, like, I would like it, yeah, but honestly, it don't even sound that appealing when you think about it, because it's like, damn, you could buy a big ass house and it's like, it's still not even yours. The fucking whoever the fuck can take it back if you don't pay your property taxes, and you still got to do this and do, like, it's just like, is anything ever fucking really what it is? Like, do we just keep fucking working for shit and it's just, you just never get there? Like, I'm confused. Like, even when you talk to people that's fucking doctors and lawyers and shit, they're fucking stressed out and fucking financially not in a good fucking place either, and it makes no sense to me. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, honestly, all this shit is a fucking lie, and that's the reason I really want to move the fuck out of this country. I want to live abroad because I'm tired of idealizing my life based off American standards. I want to go to another country where they're not worried about who got the flyest shoes, who got the nicest car, who got the biggest house, and I don't give a fuck about none of that. I want to live in a fucking jungle. I want to wake up and eat my fruit and pet my pet monkey every day, and not have to sit here and stress about fucking dumb shit like fucking bills and fucking gas and budgeting out no, it's fucking annoying now. It's literally fucking annoying. Like, I fucking cannot stand it here. I cannot wait. I can't wait till I can stitch this video and I'm living abroad in another fucking country. Can't wait.
People here in the Americas, Mississippi, was calling this place Egypt. Why? Here in the Americas, we have over 2,000 pyramids. In Africa, there's a little over 300. Why do they only teach about the pyramids in Egypt? It's because they're going to tell the narrative and how it benefits them. But they have to tell the truth. They can't lie. There are pyramids in Egypt. Not the Egypt that they propagated for you to believe. When the Europeans came over here, they destroyed millions of structures that the indigenous people have built. But they want to turn around and call us primitive and savage in order for the narrative to benefit them. They want to hide our culture, our heritage, our structures, our sciences, our technologies away from us because it suits their narrative that we were just primitive and they bettered us, when that is not the case at all. Babe, we built pyramids for fun, okay? Underground structures, alright? Don't play with my fucking people. Don't play with us.
Man, you know why we're attracted to all the shiny shit, the gold, the jewelry, all the fancy shit, the shit with the real light, the shit with the fake light, the real shine, the fake shine. You know why we're attracted to all that shit? You know why they got some of us going crazy over some of that shit? Because we're attracted to the light. And the reason why we're attracted to the light is because we're light beings. Melanin is condensed sunlight. That's why these physical bodies is merged in with the light body. You know? Like, we are the stars. That's why we love that sun. But we hate it if I died not right. But we love it when it is. You know what I'm saying? We're the real fucking celebrities. The celebrities that you see on your motherfucking goddamn tell live vision. They gotta tell a lie to conquer your vision, to program your vision. Got us in a light cool lockdown though. A lot of us, but not all of us. In some parts. Some parts, the ones that are not locked down, but it's locked down on activating certain other shit. So in some way, some shape or form, we all in a light cold lockdown. We the light bringers. Lucifer. But they got y'all thinking that it's a physical person. No, it's an energy. Or if you want to talk video game talk, it's an accessory. If you want to talk war talk, it's a weapon. We got many functions. But they just not all attached to us like a materialistic accessory, like a gun holster, gun, pants, belt, watch, phone. All of those technologies that is created into the physical came from symbolism to us. Tapping into weapons that are not physically there, but they're there on the light side, not the physical side. But this physical can tap in with those weapons and gifts just by frequency, feeling, just knowing, you know. Just knowing. When you know, you know. Was one of my favorite hashtags. For those who knows. Damn. Did I really know why I was saying that when I started saying that? At that point in time, I don't think I did. To know where I'm at now? And baby, we can walk both sides. We can walk the light side and the physical side. The dark side and the light side. The physical side, the spiritual side. The light side, the dark side. And when the motherfucking meat suit get comfortable with the motherfucking light suit, just call yourself motherfucking Neo. Or call yourself motherfucking Superman, Batman, or the motherfucking Jumpman. Shit, I ain't even made that up for myself. That's what they called me. Oh, damn, so they knew and I didn't know. I'm just here following my map that I left for myself, and I'm just finding my way through this shit knowingly, not knowingly. So fuck. Shit get deep. Shit get deep. Yeah, shit get deep. I think the same thing. Self was saying over here in Bird Park. I always been saying the same thing. That big part of the park where it's like, it looks like a mound, because maybe it is a fucking mound, but when we was kids just running up and down that motherfucker, we thought it was just a big ass hill. Like, why do they got it gated and camera and all that shit? You know what I'm saying? Why we can't see what's on top? We can't see what's